Hello there. Are you someone who suffers from lower back pain? Or maybe you have problems with your knees, pains in your knees or your feet. Well, if you can relate to this, you're definitely in the right place. Maybe you're someone who doesn't yet have a lot of pain, but you like to have a physically active life. You go running, you play a sport. Or maybe you're someone who actually also spends a lot of time sitting down and you don't get enough activity in the lower half of your body throughout the day. Maybe you drive a lot, you're a taxi driver, maybe you're working in an administrative position behind a desk at a computer all day. Whatever, if you can identify with any of those things, you're in the right place, because I'm going to show you an amazing exercise that is another one of my gifts to you, one of my great inventions that has come out of my lifelong search and investigation and professional practice about how to truly healthy body by 100% natural means. So if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video and you'll see what I'm talking about. Again, I'm back. It's me, Dan Stodt, creator of the Body Empathy Method and the Healthy Pain-Free Body Formula. Body empathy is the fruit of my more than 40 years of professional experience, in which I have created a completely painless system of exercise and massage unlike any other in the world today. It's a conscious, sensory-based method of re-educating the nervous system, the sensory motor part of the nervous system, so that you can move your body with optimal ease and comfort, or optimal biomechanical efficiency, or good physical coordination at all times. And excuse me, and that is really the key to getting rid of the pain you have, because the pain usually, even if it comes from an injury, it's because you were doing something in a way that you probably should not have been doing it. And it's not just enough for me to, in the long run, show you what you need to do or what is beneficial for you to do. You also have to learn to stop doing those things that have been not helping and maybe even creating the problem to begin with. I put up a couple of videos on the importance of relaxation, and I'll leave the links to that in this description, the description of this video below. This, what I'm going to show you today, belongs more in the category of a course I teach called Your Pain-Free Back. And in this course, I teach the first 8 master exercises or movements from the Body Empathy Method's Healthy Movement System. And in addition to those 8 master exercises or master moves, I also teach what is the Body Empathy Method's secret weapon, the ball technique. This wonderful ball that I'm sitting on is something that you can use to help improve optimally the state of the entire lower half of your body, in particular. Lower back, meaning lumbar spine, sacroiliac joints, knee joints, hips, feet, the entire lower half of your body. And what I'm going to show you now in this video is an exercise that I invented, another one of my wonderful gifts from me to you. And it came about in response to my search, my inquiry, my answer to the following question. And the question has to do with this. Basically, the most important movement we can make, the most challenging movement, is moving in the vertical plane from a standing position to a sitting position or a squatting position. Now, squatting now has become quite popular, as it should be, and you can see a lot of people on YouTube with their own channels teaching squatting, which is basically going from a standing position into a deep flex position. I'm not going to teach that in this video, but I do teach my own secret way of squatting, and it happens to be different from what everyone else is teaching. No one is teaching what I'm teaching in terms of how to squat. It is far more organic and far safer than anything else that anyone is doing. But that's not the focus of this video. That's something you learn in my course called Your Pain-Free Back. In any event, it was out of this understanding of the importance of moving the body in the vertical plane that I came up with this exercise. Because the one problem with moving your body in the vertical plane, up and down, aside from the actual coordination and doing it with maximum ease and efficiency, is that, of course, it creates a lot of pressure on the joints of your legs, your knees in particular. So if you have someone with knee problems, squatting can actually make it worse, unless you know how to do it correctly. But what you can do is what I'm going to show you now, and that is this. First, you need to get a nice large ball, like this one. Maybe not even this big, but the bigger the better. And fortunately, now these large inflatable balls are increasingly popular. You can certainly order them online through Amazon or eBay. And a lot of health clubs, gymnasiums, yoga centers, etc., are also beginning to offer them to their clients. But this is the exercise that I invented, that is my gift to you, which is probably, along with the first relaxation technique, painless muscle relaxation technique in the system, the two most important exercises you can do if you have any problems with your knees. Okay? So, once you are leaning in a side position on the ball, you want to bring your foot into alignment with your body as much as possible. So you want your whole body in alignment, like from your profile. You want your profile going down into your foot. And from here, what you're going to do, I first extend my leg, straighten the leg, and then I simply go into a deep flexion. I push against, extend the leg, and I lower the body into this deep flexion. Now, when you do this, you want to feel how the weight of the body is coming into your foot, the one that's working, in this case, the left one. And by that I mean you want the weight to be going throughout the foot, not just in the heel or not just in the toe, but distributed evenly throughout the whole foot as much as possible. But what happens as you do this movement is that all of the muscles and joints of the legs, or the joints, go into a deep flexion, hip, knee, to some extent the ankle, etc., only with much less pressure, because half of the weight of my body is here on the ball. So if you have had a knee injury and now you're used to having pain in your knees, start by doing the relaxation technique, the first one in my system, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. And then get a ball and begin to practice this movement. Maybe doing it progressively like this so you feel secure, both in terms of the pressure on your knee and that you're not going to lose your balance and fall off the ball, until you can go comfortably into a flexion. Of course, if it produces pain, stop. Don't do it. But check your alignment, body alignment, torso, trunk in relation to the foot. And it's almost certain that if you are not forcing yourself and you're going slowly, and that the injury is not hot, it's not recent, and it hasn't fully healed enough to do any exercise, that you will be able to do this exercise even though chronically you may have pain in your knees, for example. It is also very nice for the lower back. And then, even if you have pain in only one leg, one knee, I recommend that you do the same exercise only on the other side. So you first put your torso in the side position on top of the ball, you straighten your leg, and you go into a deep flexion. You also might want to do this on an exercise mat, because this smooth surface is slippery, and I notice it's a little difficult for me to not slide like that with my foot. It makes it a little more difficult. So ideally, it's better that you do this on top of an exercise mat, so you have a good traction and you can go easily into this deep flexion, remembering to have the weight of the body distributed evenly throughout the foot, heel and toe, as much as possible. Do it 5 or 10 times, 5 times on one side, 5 on the other, 5 deep flexions going back and forth from one side to the other. And this is the best way to warm up your legs. In my philosophy, I think that everyone should spend a little bit of time doing at least something for their body, for their movement system, and for the breathing system, ideally before leaving their house for the day. If you're someone who goes to work in the morning or whatever, before you leave your house, you should be doing something for your body to help prepare it for the activity of walking and breathing. Now, if you only have 2 minutes or 5 minutes, do this one exercise on both sides for your legs, and it will help to prepare you for walking with greater balance and stability and security, etc., etc. It will prepare you up. It will prepare you even for going into a deep squat position if you have to do that. So I'm glad that I got to share this unique exercise with you. If you're watching this video on YouTube and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. This way I can send you a video every time I send you an email, every time I upload a new video. And if you have any questions about this exercise or about the body empathy method and the body empathy method's healthy movement system, I invite you to send an email to info.bodyempathy@gmail.com and ask me whatever your question is, or state whatever your interest is, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Meanwhile, if you think you know someone who would benefit from this exercise, please share this video with them. I have a lot of other really juicy things to share with you, really cool and interesting exercises that, at least for now, no one else in the world is doing. You will not find these things anywhere else. So, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take good care of yourself and take good care of your body too.